All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next replay cast. This is going to be Toastguy versus Dasterdly Dan. This is unbelievably Goblins versus Black Orcs. And I have watched a teeny tiny bit of this first game already, the first few turns, and it is absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. So, Toastguy on Black Orcs, Dasterdly Dan on Goblins. Dastardly Dan, the Goblin coach, has not one but two star players. We've got Ripper Bolgrot, and we've also got the legendary Orc Blitzer Varag Ghoulchewer. While the two teams set themselves up, we are going to first of all quick look through the Black Orc team. They have a block troll, two block big uns, one with mighty blow, two guard, and another two block there. A sneaky getting dirty player. On the Goblin side, they've only got 13 players, but they do have two normal trolls, one with block, one with leader, and a strength 6 troll, a strength 5 movement 6 ball carrier, a chainsaw, a bomber with pass and accurate, holy shit, and some bribes. And someone's picking up pro for the entire game. And it turns out it is here. So the chainsaw was first to act, tried to chainsaw something, didn't work. Ripper has now knocked over something on 2 dice. The troll is taking something down, and it looks like he's setting up to carry the ball on. And he's setting up to carry the ball on Ripper. Not Ripper, on the other one, Varag. What is important here is to say that the Goblin has pass and accurate. And wait a second. And he's just thrown a bomb and killed someone. What an absolute maniac. So that's one black, literally Black Orc dead. Good evening, Dizzy. Nice to have you with us. And Toastguy does have a bribe. Now, I like here pressurizing the bomber fairly quickly. The problem is that you can't pressurize the bomber until you have either got the ball carrier marked or just done something else with him, because the ball carrier has mighty blow and is going to blitz a goblin on 3 dice. And another problem here is that if the bomb is thrown in the back here, it could suddenly take down a whole heap of these players. Chainsaw now takes out another one, so the Black Orcs are down to 9. Choosing to eat that badly hurt. Unbelievable, Jeff.
Oh.
3 trolls and Varagolese, even goblins. Well, indeed. Where's the bomb coming this turn? Little mortar. And it takes down another Black Orc and another goblin. Unbelievable. So this turn, I would be very, very concerned if we don't... I'd like to go and see, like, I wouldn't have stood this guy up here. I'd have put him here and gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go and mock the little shit. Because if you don't do something with it, it's going to keep throwing bombs. Maybe that's my my concern. I rate the bomber in terms of its destructive capability. One of the big lads has been TO'd. Ripper is down. He's going to get fouled in the face. He's absolutely going to get fouled in the face. Chainsaw is now gone. So this is mental, right? We've seen 2 removals and 2 removals. It's turn 2. This cannot keep happening. And there is a serious problem here, which is we've gone and just killed Ripper. Holy, what the? And it's got regen and it fails. So, I mean, maybe there's a bomb going to get thrown here. I don't know. Maybe. Just perhaps. This is so chaotic. Absolutely. If this is a knockdown, we're going to see, oh, it's not a knockdown. I wondered if he was going to block here, because he could then, he's got another foul action. He chooses not to. I'm seeing a bomb in this turn's future. Yep, here he comes. It's going to hit 6 players potentially. Fuck me. Okay. And given you're so slow, the problem with this, even if it doesn't do any damage, it just removes a whole heap of movement. Right, that just took away 3, 6, 9, 15 squares of movement that turn. That one bomb killed off 15 squares of movement. Which is, not even was, is the difference between going and getting these guys over here or not. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Someone's got to mark Varag. Someone's got to. SGX says, do I think Goblins will be good in the next version? What the flip? And another mortar goes in and takes out another player, or doesn't. This is insane. This is actually insane. When goblins do dirty, horrible things. Yeah, sorry, to answer your question, do I think they'll be good in the next edition? I think they've got every chance of being quite good. I think they are a little bit less reliant on star players than they were historically, but their ability to bullseye things and score reliable one turns is going to cause problems for sure. So that's the third Black Orc removal on turn 4, and with a double stun, that's 5 players they're down. This is oh dear. Goblin's got buff rowdy. Yeah, I think they will definitely cause problems. But to be fair, they were the lowest win rate team in Blood Bowl, and the changes haven't all been about murderizing things. So I think they were much needed changes, if you ask me. He's going to throw yet another bomb. Deal with that little shitbag. Or don't have a team. Yeah, but also just remember though that goblins are strength 2 and AV, was it 7+, 8+? Right, inherently they're just a bit rubbish. But they've been given interesting toys. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removals on this side, and we've had 1, 2, 3, 3 removals on this side. It's a bit wild, really. And the mortar is not throwing stuff. Well, that's 9 removals we've seen so far. Now, the way to deal with this scoring threat is to mark it, to double mark it and force it to dodge. And I think that this should be blitz here, 3 dice, pushing it there because you've got grab, and then you just double mark it and you're forcing the big dodge. Hows always help. Didn't move the troll. I don't think it matters, but didn't move the troll. Nicely done. Better turn or ring. Nice. I like that. Good. Right, what comes back? So the bomber's gone, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8 on this team, and on the Black Orc team, 8. It's 8 versus 8. We're basically nearly playing 7s, but not quite. Catch it. Run it forward. Hand it off. Wait, what? Why no 1 turn? What? Why no? Why? I no understand, eh? I don't get it. Oh, because it's turn 7. Don't do a 1 turn on turn 7, Davo. Violence has become the game. Yep. Now that 1 turn that I called for is looking a little bit better, isn't it? You can have no goblins at this rate. Oh, he killed it. He used his once per game to get through the armor, and he's killed it. There's only 1 goblin left. Oh no, there's 1 there. 2. Unbelievable, Jeff. Right, when this resets, what on earth is this? Is this, are we playing 7s? This is unbelievable. Right, let's reset. So 1-0 to the Black Orcs. The Goblins have 6 players. To start the second half, the Goblins have got 6 players. The Black Orcs, however, have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players. This is... It's changing weather, everyone. It's 6 versus 7. Soon to be 5. Still 6, just one's a little confuzzled. I'm going to go and get the ball here. There is the attack over the top. Holy moly! Bribe fail. Where's our bribery and corruption? He must have already used it. Oh no! He's going over the top. He's been launched. He can get there. Oh my god, he can get there. And the only player that can stop him is this one. So despite having 5 players on the field, is Dastardly Dan about to make this 2-0? Outrageous. Outrageous. 5-player Goblins. Granted, you've only got 7 players yourself, but 5-player Goblins. Which way is the armor all going to go? Dastardly Dan. World Cup contender. World Championship contender. And they said Goblins couldn't do it. And they said Goblins were rubbish. Oh my god, and he's managed to mark out both Black Orcs. Oh my god. He's going to stall. He's going to stall. This is unbelievable. Lord Bingo says, now, Andy, will you play Goblins? Me. So, some people make Goblins look good. I don't. At the moment, I'm merely a Goblin sympathiser. Will Dastardly Dan pay for his life by not scoring last turn when he had the opportunity? You haven't tried. I have tried. I've tried plenty of Goblins. I just don't like the taste. No, indeed. Look, we don't want to point any fingers to my co-caster, but it was his fucking fault. But you live as a team and you die as a team, in which case it's our fault because we should have found a different teammate. Quite frankly, no, we should have supported and encouraged and coaxed. So the Goblins still only have 6 players, and they don't seem to be trying to score quickly. I didn't actually do that well. I don't know what record I did do, but I didn't do that well. I could have done better. I expected to do better with that Norse team. The ball has been picketed upended, and again we are seeing turnovers galore from the Black Orcs. And if this is the way the set is going to go, then all power to the Goblins, because they're going to cause someone some havoc. No one will face 3 strength 5s and strength 6 and a bomber and a chainsaw. No. No, and look, Dan so far, regardless of whatever else happens here, Dan has shown that he can go toe-to-toe with a strong player, and, you know, he's no mug. Why are we not proing that? And this looks like this is either 2-0 or 2-1, isn't it? This is looking rather done. Yeah, because the purple team need to score now, and they are almost certainly not going to. Yeah. They're almost certainly not going to. In fact, they can't, right? Because they can't get the ball. The ball is not tossable from that range. So yeah, this is done.
Nuts for the Nut God!
Yeah.
Nuts for the nuts throne!
Hello, BB Nut, and goodbye, Dark Fairy. Hope the little one... I didn't actually catch the answer to my question of whether the little one was doing well. Yeah, welcome to Carnage Town. Population. Goblin. Yeah, we're just watching this through. So, that looks very much like... Well, in fact, Toastguy is now 1-0 down in the set. Congratulations, Dastardly Dan. And I didn't think I'd actually say this, but Goblins are winning in a set of Blood Bowl. Unbelievable. Hot Take Neck are really good now. Yeah, all right. I wouldn't say that they're amazing though. Let's not hype Necro up too much. You started a league team with 12 players. Excellent. So your thoughts on High Elves being in Tier 1? As a team of legend, they're fine, aren't they? They were in Tier 1 before, I think. Right. Given that this one is done, let's just quickly flick to the end of this. This is ridiculous. Look at the damage. Look at the damage! And let's go and find the second game of the set. So... see competition. Let's just check. Let's make sure I get the right one. So the next one is there. There we go. Right, diving into the second game of the set is Toastguy Dastardly Dan, and Toastguy has to win otherwise to force a deciding third game. Otherwise, Dastardly Dan is through. Dastardly Dan again having Ripper Bolgrot and Varag Ghoul-Chewer. I can't believe it. We're a win away from having Goblins in the next round. We'll watch it from the point of view of the Blorks because they're attacking. And a quick snap, doing a little bit of extra damage potentially. And so the Blorks do exactly what they want to do here, which is they're on offense, and they get to do a little bit of extra whacking. I think that should be a drag back because Toastguy's got a bribe. I know traditionally you'd be going after the more valuable players, but I think this is a numbers game. So I would have dragged this guy back in and tried to murderize him. Oh no. That is not the start you wanted if you're Toastguy. You're going to see a bomber being deployed. You're going to see a dude getting thrown over the top. You're not going to see any of those things because he opened with tossing a goblin. Immediately he goes and shores up the position. That makes a lot of sense. And we've got our first dead player. There are only 13 players, yeah. Goblins have only got 13. But they've got 2-star players. So there's Ripper and there is Varag. They're just there and there. You can't see in the melee of stuff, but that's where they are. No. Interesting to see if we're going to see any bomb tossing immediately. Or early doors. Jesus, just so much strength. Bang. I can't tell the difference between the two goblins very easily, I have to admit. Okay, well, that makes things easier. Red versus blue. $2D on Varag. We then get a 2D here. Oh, Varag's dead. Turn 2. 3. And then he gets a +3 foul on one of the trolls. If you can pick the ball up. This has got to be a reroll because you want the foul. The downside is you've got to be very careful of the bomber. And he plays positional Blood Bowl. Right, so the bomber is going to throw a bomb and hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he's going to throw a bomb there. Potentially hitting 5 players. On a 3+, 4+. What did he do? Wildly inaccurate hit. This is the other side of the table for goblins. So Andy, dwarves, they start badly. No Varag, no bueno. Yeah. BB, you reckon you don't think dwarves are any good at the start? No. I feel a little bit like Toastguy is now. He's got the upper hand in this match, and he is just starting to incrementally kick the crap out of them. What's the difference between rookie dwarves now and rookie dwarves before? Oh, wood elves. Okay. Right, so now the bomber is down. Bomber is down. The bomber is down. The bomber is probably dead. The bomber is dead. Yeah, okay. So Toastguy is absolutely smashing through this team. Look at this. Four dead. So the goblins are going to be capped at 9 for their offense. This is probably about as bad as a goblin, oh my word, as it could possibly go for you. And Toastguy this time round has taken nothing. So it's been a complete coin flip, reversal of what happened last time. So much so that the goblins are now just getting out of the way. But remember, the goblins only need to draw this, so they could now sit on their last reroll. They could one turn. They could then basically do a quick a 1 turn, 2 turn in the second half, and the blocks would then need to score 2 more touchdowns to get a result. Oh dear. So it's not completely done, it's just a little bit bad. I hope someone better at dwarves can show how to do dwarves, because I think they're done. That is the dirty player gone. So they've now caused their first casualty. Their second removal. Not a removal there either. Didn't break armor, bizarrely. Yeah, I don't think the new dwarves are dead, but maybe I'm a romantic. Yeah, maybe I'm just a romantic. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the world's best vampire coach, Mr. Torquemada, Sir Torquemada, Count Torquemada, the legend of Torquemada. Hello, how you doing? We're watching, or we watched just a moment ago, Dastardly Dan absolutely dominate Toastguy. I mean, like, unbelievably so. And now he is being dominated. So there's a lot of brutality going on here. The chainsaw has gone, and the coach has been kicked out. Yeah, Meth, I would say that having watched Torquemada and the way he's a smooth operator, I would describe him as a romantic, yeah. Hello, OJ. How you doing?
You all right, mate?
Evening, Cheeky Jimmy.
Cheeky bastard.
Look at this. This is just an absolute carnage. 3 dice on a goblin for why not, and then yeah. Pop it in. Cool. Well done. There we go. Right, so the Blorks are still on 11 players. The Goblins are on about 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, what? Someone get sent off then? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 7 versus 7 versus 11. But again, the Blorks only need to the Blorks need to win. If this one turn goes in, suddenly like and this guy can throw. No, he can't. Alderfelk, thank you very much indeed. Happy birthday.
He default just subscribed with Prime.
Thank you very kindly. Happy birthday. Do you know, I think the best thing the Goblins could do here is try and score a 2-turn. They're not going to do this, are they? This is just going to go very wrong. Yeah, this has just gone very wrong. We've got a silly troll. He's blitzing to try and kill one. He's got loner on one of his goblins. He's gone. You love the troll noises, EMF? Moo! No, that's not right. That's very not right. Troll noise, Davo. The Dolphins are playing Blood Bowl. Well, indeed. I think, bar some bizarre luck, we might be going to a third game. Hanky Panky likes to troll vomit noises. Bleh. Bleh. Troll's having block. Best block. Oh dear. Probably not the most straightforward. We've got a 2D there, which we can't. Yeah, I guess you've got to send one over the top, drag this out of the way, and then this one comes and fetches the ball. But this isn't completely done because these goblins can and are a little bit mobile. One. Yeah, just step you in there. Nice. Then you can go and fetch the ball. You probably want to just sort of chill. Yeah, you don't need to go any further than that. Got to run again. No worries. Good night. He's looking for a straight pow on the goblin. Doesn't find it. Still doesn't find. Oh dear. And there's virtually no. There's no good way of doing this because you. Yours 1, 2, 3, 4. The ball carrier. Wow. So Toastguy's already winning, so all he has to do now is just hold on to this ball, and then he'll force a third game. He doesn't need to win by more, he needs to not concede. Greedy, naughty, naughty, greedy, greedy, naughty. And you're fouling here just to try and break armor. You're not actually bothered about anything else, just want to break armor. Never mind. One, two, three, four, five. It's gone. I'd see. I think I'd stick him in here and play for the. Don't get me one diced. Don't get this through. But he's gone for knocking over Ripper. Don't hate it. Needs a complete straight kapow, doesn't find it. That should be the end of the drive, really. Whatever the goblins can do with their 4 players, the Black Orcs should be able to counter. Step, blitz for 3, then block for 3, run off. And again, if you lose the ball down there, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so now those 2 goblins are down. If you run off over here, the only player that can even hit you then is, is this goblin. If he hits you, he's not getting back down this way. What have we learnt from goblins? They are a swingy, unbelievable team. When they work, they're lethal. When they don't work, They're terrible. That's what we've learnt from Goblins. We already knew this. I think that's what we knew that. Yep. I think we can skip forward. This is largely done, isn't it? Yes. There is no more. There is no more to this. So congratulations. That is the end of the game. And indeed, Toastguy has rescued himself, and we force a third game. So let's go and have a quick look at the third game. When the server catches up with itself. Wow, this will be a game. Okay, and we're diving into the third and final game, which is Dastardly Dan versus Toastguy. And can the Goblins sneak all the way through? Yeah, well, I hadn't realised I was going to cast 2 3-set matches. That was not what I had in mind. That was really not what I had in mind, but never mind. Most of the games are decided in 2, so the fact that both have gone to 3 is... well, it is what it is. Okay, so the Goblins got to receive, which is exactly what they wanted. Oh dear. Unless a solid defence happens and the Black Orcs get to stick absolutely everything on the line. Which makes me ponder whether or not the Black Orcs should have just opened like that, right? So, 1 block Bliggin down. Guard Biggin on the floor. Uh-oh. That troll has Loner and has just gone and pooed the bed. And the ball is rather exposed. We can bring a Goblin down from the back. We can blitz here. And we can get this Goblin on the ball. But not before, hopefully, we murderize the chainsaw, I suppose. We are going to get 19 dice on it. Now the ball, that's a follow, and then you can stick there next to the ball. We can then bring this Goblin round as well. And then we've got someone to go and fetch the ball. Given the reroll situation... Sorry, I had to bring the UI up. Given the reroll situation, I think it is very worth considering throwing. Why would you do... Wow. Wowie. Okay. This is not a reroll. I think this is a reroll. Spoiler. Step in here, blitz on 3 dice, push this away, then the big lad can pick the ball up. The only problem for the Goblins is that if this isn't a full POW, throwing the bomb next turn is going to be problematic. But it is, so it isn't. He's probably obliged to pick the ball up now. He uses the once per game to break armor, and he chooses not to do that. Wow. He's got to jig his chainsaw out, because if he leaves the chainsaw on the floor, it's going to get stamped on again. And the Orcs, the Black Orcs have lost 3 players. And then he's going to hand it off to the big lad. No, he's not. No, he's not. Wow. Okay. Lots of Goblins says, happy to see you love Goblin so much to stream 3 games. Yeah. Didn't think that one through, did I? He's gone for the ball. Goblins are pretty great. Okay. Nice. Nice bit of tying, well done. Dasterdly being exposed for Varag having no break tackle or moving ability. Now the Goblins losing all their rerolls. This is looking very bad for Dastardly Dan. This is looking worse for Dastardly Dan. This is looking decidedly dastardly. Wow, full pow, full pow. No follow. Run, run, little one. Both squares. Look at him go. Look at him go. That was almost Orc Blitzer-esque, that was. I genuinely can't tell the difference on them 3 rolls. Oh, it's a short clip of a man falling over. And then we're going to move back to the Black Orcs' turn. He's going to foul Varag, isn't he? He's going to foul him in the face. Bear in mind, of course, Varag does have jump up. He's not going to foul him in the face. Wow. Hanky Panky says, what team are you most excited about in the new rules? I think I quite like Amazons in the new rules. I think they've had quite a lot of design change, and I think they look quite interesting. No, wait a second. Sorry, Amazons haven't changed one bit, and I'm not excited about them at all. What do I think? What? Serious? Sorry, I'll answer that question seriously. What do I think has actually had a lot of design change? I think Nurgle stand out as having a fair. Look, you lot do it to me all the time. I am literally living in fear of my life for the amount of trolling that happens in this chair, right? And I do it once, just a little tiny, like, no one will notice. It's just a little bit of a fun joke. And look at the shit that I get back. Outrageous. Outrageous. So we've seen a quick score from the Black Orcs there. You make it so easy. What are you on about? So easy. This is looking terrible, isn't it? He's down to 10 already, and Ripper is not here. No, I don't know. What teams do I think? What teams? I mean, I want to try the Bretonian team. I think that they're just a bit different, aren't they? I want to see those. I I haven't. Amazon's meh. Nah. They don't look very much fun at all. Wood elves with hit and run ward answers. I think if I was misspelled tree, I'd be super excited about misspelled tree if I was misspelled tree, but I'm not, so I won't be. Yeah, I think. Well, Tree, I've heard you are frequently far too excited about being you. I think, frankly, you should calm down. So the goblins need to do a goblin toss. And they need to set themselves up quite nicely. One thing we have got here is both trolls are marked, which is nice. Humans with strength 3 catches look interesting. Ah, yes, but 2 weeks ago, humans with strength 3 catches looked like they were dead and buried. So I'm personally quite interested to see whether or not humans are both actually overpowered or completely dead. I don't think the community have decided yet which one it is, but I like the fact that it is both. I can spot 2 dice on the ball. Don't know if anyone else can. Either way, the human catcher is better for certain. Yeah, strength 3 ball carrier is basically having elves. OWA are clearly a super powerful team these times. I'm excited to see Bretonians come back. Yeah, look, I think more teams is always a good thing in Blood Bowl. Been called an idiot 3 times for saying Ons are best team until proven otherwise. What, so one person went, idiot, 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 or do you mean 3 different people all called you an idiot? I mean, I can believe both. As in, like, the world, that's what people do. Ink, go on then. Oh dear. Yeah. Well, the ball's on the floor, and maybe, just maybe, we're going to see a second touchdown, but I doubt it. Do you know what? I think Chaos Dwarves are in the new edition flipping rubbish. They haven't had the cost-cutting exercise that they badly needed, and they're just flat worse than they were previously. So I can tell you teams that I'm not excited to play, and that's new Chaos Dwarves. I think they are okay in this edition, and they are rubbish in the new edition. Not tier 1 as indicated. No. They're one of the weakest teams in Blood Bowl. They could be as bad. They could be as bad as Black Orcs are in this edition. Genuinely, I think they could be that bad. What do I think about new humans? I think that a bunch of people moaned and complained that you couldn't buy all the teams in one box to GW, and GW went, well, okay, fine, we'll do that for you. And now everyone's going to still complain and moan that you can't buy all the teams in one box. Yeah, as Santa says there, GW, I don't think GW have ever got the tiers right. Ever. Like, ever. You get the ref. Do, 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 do. I think Snotlings also look interesting with the pump wagons losing dirty player. Secret weapon. I think that the pump wagons are suddenly a player that you actually take rather than a bit of a stupid idea. So Snotlings seem like they've actually been improved. However, you're not required to take the pump wagons, so there is every possibility that you don't. Like before, it was silly to take them. Now it is possibly not possible. Yeah, so you can. So they get four strength 5 things now. Let's watch the drive from the other perspective. There we go. Right. So Dastardly Dan is already winning. Sorry, Toastguy is already winning 2-0. And this is looking rather comfortable for L Toast. Or Toasty. Goes for the 1D on this guy, and you can run him away, and he'll be fine. Makes sense. And Trolls lost Loner, yeah. No, the Stavo, they have really stupid, I think. I'm sure they have a negative. The pump wagons have some form of... Is it bonehead? Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Do they have loner? Hang on. Let me look in my rulebook. One moment. Snotlings. Let's have a quick look at snots. Snotlings. So Snotlings have got 2 trained trolls, which have always hungry, really stupid, but they don't have loner. Yeah, that's quite right. Oh, so yeah, so all four big guys, none of them have loner, which is wild, but they all have really stupid. Wow. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Holy shit, there is a rulebook. You didn't own 20 rulebooks, famously. I didn't. I have still got one, right? Just wait until you see my Masters roster, Davo. I hope we play round 1. Do you know what I've taken? I've taken High Elves. Does anyone want a rulebook, by the way? I've got this one for sale. It's 3 Toblerone. Anyway, back to the game. I feel as though I've not paid very much attention on this one. I suppose partly because the score is rather done. But the Goblins have only lost 2 players, so maybe Goblins can do something. I'll give you a bed for the weekend instead. I need it for a night, actually. Not that type of bed, hanky-panky. Come on now. Ball is on the floor. Dan going for the big pickups. Not getting it though. Ah! Oh dear. I find these two teams very difficult to tell apart. All the goblins look very similar. The blue ones don't look very blue, he says, looking at a blue goblin. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. He's fine. The red ones are goblins, the blue ones are black orcs. Jay Backblane says, hey team, would be interested to join a 2-day tabletop in Netherlands next year. We have 2 coming up and we'll love to see you all there. Also hosts become a major host contender. Jay Blackman, when is it? And where is it? And because the Netherlands, yeah, I was about to say it's a big country. It's not, but you have got more than one city. Basically, is it in Amsterdam? It's very flat. Wait, Amsterfoot? Amsterfoot? Is that an offshoot of Amsterdam? That sounds awesome. I like some chocolate. Sure, why not? When is it? Because I mean, the year, it's quite a wide range. I don't want to turn up on the wrong weekend and be like, well, I just tried the first weekend in March. Oh, no, Davo, it's not then. Right, I think this one is almost mathematically over. Yeah, I don't think the little red ones can get there anymore. I don't think anyway. Oh no, that little red one can get through. That troll is a blue troll. That one he can run off. And he's going to struggle to take any support with him. Yeah. I mean, I suppose you can tag this guy out. Then you've got 2 dice on Ripper. If Ripper goes down, then you can blitz this one. And you should always be running off first. Yep. I think he should have blitzed with I think he should have blitzed, sorted this out first. Jalev, welcome Jalev. Welcome. Yeah, beginning of Feb and or end of May. Wait, wow, which one? Wait, ooh, okay. Sure. If you can get that past Mrs. Davo, then we will absolutely attend. I've been told under no circumstances am I allowed to try and break my own record of tabletop tournaments attended in 1 year. Apparently I have got myself into a lot of bother. Yeah, this is officially now done, right? Because it's turn 15 and he needs to score 2 touchdowns in 2 turns. Impossibles. Oh, we'll let it play through, but this one is done. So congratulations to Toastguy. He has gone through. Commiserations to Dasterdly Dan. No one thought he was going to get through the group stage. He did. No one thought he had a chance of winning one game in the last 32. He did. But unfortunately, in this game, he opened with a 1 in 9, which turned out to be a strategic error on his part. But I think the competition has been enriched by his presence. More specifically, I'm supposed to be in Vienna with my partner on the weekend of the World Cup 3 finals. Oh dear. What's all right?
Leave just subscribed with Prime.
Just get through to the last 8. You'll pick up a bit of
bribery for next week.
J-Lev, thank you very much indeed. As an official caster, I can have no part in official or unofficial bribery. And I will be trying my damnedest to get through to the next round. But whatever happens, J-Lev, one of us will be through to the next round, and well, I'd say we're both mighty fine players, and therefore someone will have a very good game in the next round. Congratulations. Jump through this, because there we go. Everyone on the YouTubes will almost certainly be jumping through anyway, and then we have it. And there we go. Right, so we can put the total back up, the thing back on the screen, and what we can see there is that Toastguy's gone through, and earlier on this same stream we also saw Perpetuous go through. So the very bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players have all sorted themselves out now. We've got Black Orcs versus Skaven as one of the round 2s. We've got Lizards versus Dark Elves, which is one of my favourite matchups in this edition of Blood Bowl. I think it can go a bit either way, but I do like playing that one. And then we've got Amazons versus Elven Union. I don't recall what the Elven Union team is specifically, but I'm pretty sure Valhopia's got a tackle player, so that one could go either way. So there's a very, very exciting bottom quarter shaping up. And then if we had the result from Olivier Dulac versus Dragoo, which I suspect is going to go the way of Olivier, then we have the bottom half of the draw sorted. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.